I am Siddhi Kulaye with my group members Vedant Gurav and Pragnesh Jethva. Our project title is Quiz Android Application. Let's start with project code. First, let's see the activity underscore main.xml file. This code is an XML layout file for an Android app. The layout is defined using a linear layout, which is a type of view group that arranges its child views in a single column or row depending on the orientation attribute. The linear layout contains a text view, an image view, an edit text, and a button. The text view displays the text quiz app with a font size of 60 dp and a bold font style. The image view displays an image of a quiz with a width of 241 dp and a height of 333 dp. The edit text allows the user to input the name and the button allows the user to start the quiz. Each view has its own set of attributes defined using XML attributes. For example, the text view has an ID attribute set to @ +ID slash text view, a text attribute set to quiz app, a text color attribute set to #67DFFB, and a layout gravity attribute set to center. Similarly, the image view has an ID attribute set to @+ID slash image view or source compat attribute set to @drawable slash quiz and a layout gravity attribute set to center. Overall, this layout provides a basic interface for a quiz app where the user can enter the name and start the quiz. Now, let's see the main activity.java file. This code is the implementation of an Android activity called main activity for a quiz app. It contains a reference to a layout defined in an XML file, that is activity underscore main.xml, and sets it as a content view for the activity using the set content view method. The activity has an edit text view for the user to input the name and a button to start the quiz. In the onCreate method, the edit text and button views are initialized using findViewById and stored in the name text and start button variables respectively. The start button has a click listener attached to it using the setOnClickListener method. When the button is clicked, the onClick method is called, which retrieves the user's name from the name text edit text view using the getText and toString methods. Then it creates an intent to start the next activity, that is questions activity, and passes the user's name as an extra using the putExtra method of the intent. Finally, the start activity method is called to start the questions activity with the intent created in the onClick method. Overall, this code sets up the user interface for the quiz app and handles the user input to start the quiz.
Activity underscore questions.xml. This is an XML layout file for an Android app. It defines the UI for questions activity, which is a screen for displaying questions and their answer choices, along with some buttons for navigation and scoring. The layout starts with linear layout that sets the background color and orientation for the screen. Within this layout, there are several other views. A view to display the name of the user with a separator with underneath. A large text view to display the current question. A radio group containing 4 radio buttons, each representing one answer choice for current question. 2 buttons for navigation, one to quit and one to move to the next question. Wrap in a horizontal linear layout. A horizontal linear layout at the bottom of the screen to display the user's current score. Each view has various attributes that determine its size, position, appearance, and behavior, such as its width and height, text content, font size and color, and margins. These attributes are set using XML attributes like Android colon layout underscore width, Android colon text, Android colon text size, and so on. Questions activity.java. This code defines the questions activity class that extends the app compat activity class in this Android app development framework. The activity displays a quiz with multiple choice questions and record users' responses. The quiz questions, answer options, and correct answers are stored in arrays of the string. The class initializes various UI elements like text view, button, radio group, and radio button, which are used to display the quiz and get user responses. The classes also initializes variables like flag, correct, wrong, and marks, which are used to track the quiz progress and users' score. In the onCreate method, the class sets the layout of the activity, gets the user's name from the intent that started the activity, and displays a welcome message. It also sets up the UI elements for the quiz questions, answer options, and buttons to the next question or quiz to the next. When the user clicks the next question button, the code checks if the user has selected an answer, and if so, checks if the user answer is correct or not. It then updates the score and displays a message to the user. If there are no more questions, the code updates the UI with the next question and answer options. If there are no more questions, the code starts the result activity to display the user's score. When the user clicks quit button, the code starts the result activity to display the user's score without recording any more responses.
Now activity underscore result.xml. This code represents an XML layout file for Android activity which is used to display a user interface on a screen. The code uses a linear layout as the root layout, which arranges child view vertically. Text view, a view that displays a text result with a large font size, bold style, and a blue color. Image view, a view that displays an image with an ID, image view, and a width and height of 250 dp. It uses drawable resource called result. Linear layout, a container view that holds two child views, image view and text view horizontally. This linear layout is repeated 3 times with different image and text resource, each having its own ID. Image view, each of the linear layouts contains an image view with a unique ID that displays an image, checked, crossed, speedometer. Text view, each linear layout also contains a text view with a unique ID that displays an text with a large font size and a grayish color. At the end, button, a view that displays a button labeled restart with a large font size, light blue background color, and margin top, right, and left set to 80 dp, 20 dp, and 20 dp respectively. The button has an ID button restart. Now result activity.java file. This code defines a Java class named result activity which extends the app compact activity class. This class is responsible for displaying the result of a quiz taken by the user. It has 3 text view fields to display the number of correct answers, the number of wrong answers, and the final score of the quiz. It has also a button field to restart the quiz. In the onCreate method, the layout is set using setContentView method. The values of the 3 text view fields are set by appending the number of correct, wrong, and final score values to a string buffer object. Finally, the correct and wrong values are reset to a 0, and an on-click listener is set for the restart button to start a new quiz when clicked. So this much about our code. So let's see the output of this code. Application. First of all, we need to enter the username and then click on the start button. Now you can see the question is arising and we need to select the right option for our question and also click on next question. So the process is same for the whole quiz application. You can see your score as your score, which is showing in downside. Till now, I hope you get the clear idea of how the application is working. So, thank you for being with us.